the sun have a companion? Binary, trinary, quadrinary, infinity, or what is the relationship between our sun and the stars in its star field? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pretty dense subject, so I think I've just started a new series about the sun and its companions. I've been interested in this topic for a while, because seeing as that 80% of stars in the known universe have binary, trinary, or quadrinary companions, the numbers would point to the sun having some type of a companion. Now, let's get something out of the way. The closest star to Earth is the sun. I don't know if you knew that. Well, it's a good jumping off point, but the sun is definitely the closest star to Earth. Now, what is the next closest star to Earth? That's Proxima Centauri, 4.2 light years. Excellent. All right, but as fate would have it, when I go to my search for the sun's binary companion, or the closest star to Earth we have not found yet, it's not that crazy of a notion, because as all roads always seem to lead back to Amy Mainzer, she puts it best in this video they made a year or two ago about the WISE satellite telescope thingy.
One of the other rare types of objects that WISE may find is possibly the nearest star to our sun. We think that there's a good chance that our sun actually does have a closer neighbor than we already know about, and it's likely to be a very cool type of star called a brown dwarf. The temperature may be room temperature or even colder, maybe as cold as an iceberg, say.
But definitely not as cold as your ability to send me a tweet on the Twitter. Ain't that right, Miss Mainzer? Anyway, like I was saying, so searching for this missing companion to our sun, or the closest star to our sun, is not some woo-woo, crazy, Play Madness, wackos everywhere idea. It's the same scientific search. Excellent. Glad we got that out of the way. And coincidentally, just yesterday or today, hours ago, they found some brown dwarfs about 6.5 light years that are the third closest stars to our sun. So maybe I'm onto something. Who knows? Now, one thing I found fascinating is when I look at this chart of the nearest stars and their distance in relation to the sun, it seems like something is missing at 2AU, whether it be a brown dwarf, a green dwarf, black dwarf, a Y dwarf, a Y not dwarf. Who knows? Seems like there might be or should be something at the 2AUs. Now, to date, we have not found much evidence for the sun having a companion or a binary companion. I mean, you would think that finding the binary companion would be easy, I guess, if it wasn't cold and infrared and as cold as an iceberg. Hey, Amy said that, not me. Like, that's why with something like comet icing, it would be very interesting to track it back along its path to see where it came from. And maybe if along that path we could find our binary companion, if the sun happens to have one. Now, when I look at the star fields, I can't help but think that light is a lot like water, meaning that if a river touches the lakes at the top and then the ocean at the bottom, unless you're counting individual drops of water, that lake is touching both the river and the lake at all times. Kind of like our sun's light is connected to the light of Sirius and is connected to the light of Alpha Centauri, Alpha Proxima Centauri at all times, like a river. So to me, in many ways, light is instantaneous. There's almost a philotic web connection, if you're familiar with Ender's Game, that these suns are all connected in some way. In that way, when science guarantees us that the sun has enough fuel for 5 billion years, I raise an eyebrow and throw up an asterisk, because to me, a sun's evolution, or a star's evolution, or de-evolution, is probably based on the environment around it, the suns around it, the stars around it, the neutron stars around it, the brown dwarfs, the black holes, dark matter. That star formation, and as it goes along the star sequence, is based more on its interaction with the other stars and the other elements around it, as opposed to just the fuel it has. I don't think science sees it this way, but that is the great thing about the Thor News channel, is sometimes I can go outside of science, because I don't know everything, especially when it comes to stars. Know what I'm saying? Man, I sure would like to fly to another star, though. Now, okay. And coincidentally, NASA is going to be putting the Hubble in 2014 and 2016 on Proxima Centauri. It says that will be the best time to get a look at it and the planets that are around it, because the Alpha Centauri region does have some habitable zones that life could live in. Ain't that interesting? Man. Oh, another thing that I do think is fascinating, side fact, that on this Kepler orrery, which shows the known star formations that Kepler has cited, there is one blue star, and blue is my favorite color. Yay! Okay, so yes, this new series is going to be much like my own search for my star-crossed lover. I can feel her out there. I can feel her gravity tugging at my heart, but I have not found her yet. And just like our sun's binary companion, or trinary companion, or the sun's relationship to the stars around it, we're just going to keep on searching and never losing hope. So I still got a funny feeling we'll find something at the 2 light year mark. Light years. Everybody should have a companion. companion, really. Nobody should go through the world all by themselves. Man, I can just tell this hunt is gonna be fun. So let's get ready and let's get funny. Yeah, so in this series, we're gonna be covering white dwarfs. We're gonna be covering Sedna again, and we're gonna be covering neutron stars, and then we'll probably even cover some woo-woo, because woo-woo's always fun. Okay, great. Thanks for sticking around. You're the best. God bless everyone. Well, maybe I'm light years. A light year or two away from my lady. I'm a very patient man. If I don't find her in this world, I'm sure I'll find her in the next. Okay, great. God bless everybody. Happy Sunday. Stick around. Thor News presents. Does the sun have a companion? Binary, trinary, quadrinary, infinity, or what is the relationship between our sun and the stars in its star field? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pretty dense subject, so I think I've just started a new series about the sun and its companions. I've been interested in this topic for a while, because seeing as that 80% of stars in the known universe have binary, trinary, or quadrinary companions, the numbers would point to the sun having some type of a companion. Now, let's get something out of the way. The closest star to Earth is the sun. I don't know if you knew that. Well, it's a good jumping off point, but the sun is definitely the closest star to Earth. Now, what is the next closest star to Earth?